the fun never ends with these three best friends. The fun never ends with the boys. With the boys.
Hello, you are listening to WIUX LP Bloomington, and this is The Boys Cold One Hour. Thank you for listening. I am Jonathan.
I'm Billy.
And I'm Clay.
We've got a great episode for you. We're going to be talking about some mysteries.
Unexplained mysteries.
Unexplained mysteries. Unsolved
Unsolvable.
mysteries.
Maybe.
Ooh.
And
We'll
you
find
decide
out.
if you have any leads on these mysteries. Oh, wow.
Please
That's
let us know.
All right,
If
so
you have any leads on these mysteries, please tweet at us at Cold One Boys. Instagram live us at Cold One Boys.
Yes.
Vine us.
check out our Instagram live. We've done that
If
before
you
the
want
last
to,
two.
yeah.
If you
Yeah.
want to, sorry.
If you want
Jeez.
to. It's
You
free.
can check it out.
You can just
Or
hop
at
on.
Boys Cold One Hour on Twitter.
Exactly.
Actually, hashtag Cold One Boys.
But in the meantime,
in the meantime,
Yeah.
reach into your fridge.
Grab a
Crack
cold
open
one.
a cold one. Maybe a LaCroix, maybe a Coke. I don't know. We're not branded in any way.
Maybe
so
make it a
whatever you
mystery.
want.
Just reach in, in the spirit of mysteries.
Oh.
You don't even know what that is. You just
Yeah, who
you
knows what cold one this is?
You just grabbed it and you just put it into your glass.
I hope it's good though.
who are those boys on the radio? They've got some cold ones and they're on show. So open up your ears, listen to us. Forget your fears, there's no need to fuss, cause the fun never ends with these three best friends. The fun never ends with the boys. With the boys. And we're back for another week of season 4.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yes, episode 3 of season 4.
Yeah.
Might I add?
Hey.
Unsolved Mystery Week. So, if you want to be puzzled, or flabbergasted or fooled, I would recommend
Duped.
I recommend you keep on listening. If you want to, be comforted and coddled, then
You
turn
do-
off your headset,
Oh,
your radio
yeah.
set right now.
No, don't turn away. You have to face your fears.
Yeah, face
Yes.
your fears. Come on, be brave. Be a man.
Yeah.
Or woman. Or child.
Yeah.
Or whatever you want,
Yeah, be whatever you want.
Do whatever you
So
want. Come
yes,
on,
we
man.
are talking about unexplained mysteries, but I've got a couple explained mysteries,
Oh, geez.
explained things that went right
Oh.
and also went wrong.
Oh no.
This is the Boy Wonder and the Boy Blunder, our weekly
Wonder.
our weekly awards for the boy who did something really good, the Boy Wonder, and the boy who did something really bad, the Boy Blunder.
Oh, crap.
So do we want to start out with the Boy Wonder?
Yeah, the Boy Wonder. Let's start with the Boy Wonder. So let me see. Let me
So-
open the envelope. And the winner is La La Land. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, you
said
said that last time.
Come on.
Jeez.
Hey, it's funny every
Stale
time.
a meme.
It's funny every time. But the Boy Wonder is.
That's what you think.
Oh yeah, that's what my fans think too. I got hundreds of
Boy
them.
Wonder is.
They can message me or send me a letter if they
Come
want.
on, I'm dying over here. I don't
All right,
even
the
know who
Boy
it is.
Wonder
I gotta
is me. No, me and Jonathan and Billy and Sergey. Which
It's
is all
everybody.
It's all of us.
It's all of us.
Yes.
Yes.
Yay.
Finally.
We're all
Now this
wonders.
week the bar is set really, really low. I'm not
No,
gonna lie.
it's super high right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's pretty high.
It's
Come
incredibly
on.
high. So this week we're all the Boy Wonder because we did our homework this weekend.
Well,
Yay.
okay, so yeah.
Let's go.
Jonathan, Sergey, and I, we just completed a pretty substantial group project. You may have heard
Yeah.
us talking about it last week.
you may have heard
It's
about
for
it.
our, yeah, you may have heard of it. It's for our ethics class that we were talking about last week.
Yeah, ethical.
Yeah, I just did my regular.
with
I just
our-
did my homework every week without complaining, like I always do. So.
Well, actually, this is my first time I think I've ever done all my homework.
Right.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's the
Yeah.
first time I've done any of it actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
shout out to Jeff as well for doing his part of the group assignment.
Yeah, maybe
thanks so
actually,
much, Jeff.
I think Jeff might be on the show next week.
Maybe we'll
The-
see.
the
He
long-awaited-
may or may not be.
Yeah, so definitely don't want to miss that after we've hyped him up like this. You don't want to.
Oh
You
yeah.
don't want to miss Jeff.
You do not want to miss him.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. We have another group project.
Oh,
and
true.
we're
We do.
meeting.
Yeah.
We're gonna probably meet at
On
this time,
air.
and it's gonna be a huge surprise. You know what I mean? Huge ethical dilemma. But
Anyways.
other than that, no, I actually do my homework. But
anyway, shout out
hey.
to you guys for finally manning up and getting your stuff done.
Hey,
Yeah.
I know. Come on. I've been hiding.
I've been yelling at you guys to do your homework for weeks.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah.
We did our homework.
We have the chore chart. We should maybe make a homework chart. I don't know.
I know. Yeah, maybe. I always forget
Oh wait,
it.
maybe that should be a new chore. One person has to do everyone else's homework for that week.
I
Good
like
idea.
that.
Would that be good?
That would be very good, I think. But anyways, on to more grim news.
Boy blunder.
The boy blunder. This is the boy
Ooh.
who epically failed, screwed up this week
Yeah.
in a major fashion.
Oh jeez.
So without any further ado, does one of you guys want to read who the boy blunder is?
Jonathan, you wanna?
Sure, yeah. So the boy blunder for this week.
Use you.
Oh,
That's a blunder right there.
Speaking
Oh,
of, yeah.
God.
Blunder number 2 is the boy blunder is Clay Catlin.
Crap.
You mentioned chores.
So speaking of the chore chart,
Now you're
it
thinking
seems
of
like
chores.
some people, while they may be able to do their homework, they still haven't learned how to read.
Okay, come on.
Oh,
Because
man.
apparently Clay does not understand
Come on, man.
how to read the chore chart,
I thought. Listen,
or at least he neglected to read it. He has a selective blindness, as they say, or selective illiteracy.
listen. I thought I had a different chore than I did this week, so I.
Okay, really?
To be fair, I didn't do my chore last week either.
Oh, wow.
Well, no,
this is a new.
That's why I'm in trouble.
Oh, okay.
'Cause it's
Last
only-
week, right? I
yeah,
thought you
but
meant like the week before
I
last week.
thought that this week was a different week than it was, and I did the wrong chore.
Right. Yeah.
I honestly
so-
didn't even know we did chores. I
so,
thought,
yeah.
every few weekends our mom came down to clean everything up.
Right.
But,
yeah.
That's what
That's what I thought at first, but yeah. In all honesty, we usually all get our chores done, but Clay did unfortunately neglect to clean the bathrooms,
Oh,
so
God.
it's just an absolute mess in there.
Hey, you did.
You know,
really-
we've all been doing some damage, and Clay's
Okay.
Clay's
You guys-
not,
okay.
not quite cleaned it
Okay,
up yet.
sympathize
It's
with me
kind
this
of
time.
a
Do a little less damage
Oh,
next time.
you know what? Actually, this might be the reason why Billy had to use an obscene amount of Febreze in our bathroom.
Oh, you're right.
Wait, no, that wasn't me.
That's another thing.
Actually,
no,
I
no,
could have been
this was
blundered for
Billy.
that, not
So
gonna
this is
lie.
another thing that happened. Our,
Oh,
our
God,
bathroom
yeah.
wasn't smelling so great, so Billy used like a ridiculous amount of Febreze.
I still think
Like
it's
almost the whole
justified.
can.
Yeah, I mean it smells okay now, but hey, maybe that's where the problem came
Listen,
from.
no one likes a lot of Febreze. I get it, but
Except for you, apparently.
well, yeah,
Allegedly.
except for some people. I just thought that a large amount of Febreze was gonna smell better than the stinkiness of
large
the bathroom.
amount
Because
of
when you only put a little bit,
stank.
then the smell mixes with the Febreze.
All right,
and now it's like
Nobody
a
wants to hear
smell.
about our stinky bathroom.
No, it's a
Oh
smelly.
my
yeah,
goodness.
yeah,
Yeah,
You're right.
but
you're
anyways-
right.
We got a great show for
anyways,
you planned.
yeah.
It's on the mystery of the stinky
That was a
bathroom.
mysterious
Right,
smell.
but first we have a
Sorry.
special break, a musical break. Now,
Yes.
keep in mind, this song is a mystery to us all. We have no idea
We're
what
just
song is going to play next. So we'll all see, and that kind of ties into our theme for this week. So
Unexplained mysteries.
whenever we're ready,
Don't go away.
let's get into
Yes.
the song of the week.
Sergey, you want to hit the song?
Yep. Here we go.
This is the song.
It's the mystery song.
Enjoy.
WIUX LP Bloomington.
Follow us on Instagram at WRUX991 and use hashtag WRUX to tag your picture. Take a picture on Instagram. It lasts longer.
And we're back. This is the Boys Colon Hour.
That was Lucky, the clean edit by Crawling with Cops.
The clean edit.
Yeah, the clean. Be careful playing that one around the
It
kids.
can
Am I
get
right?
dirty.
So when you
Don't
play
put that on the wife and kids.
Yeah, if you play that again later
Like you
tonight,
put in the doghouse.
which
Yeah.
I know I will.
Yeah.
Make sure,
Make sure you do too.
cover everyone's
Or
ears.
If you want to.
Or your house will be crawling with cops.
Let's just cut to the chase here. Life is full of mysteries. Okay?
Life is a mystery.
How are we
You
born?
might say.
Life is
That's a mystery.
The mystery
How are
of
babies
life.
made? Another mystery I've never answered.
I don't know.
I've never had an answer to, no matter how many times I've asked my parents.
Well, we've got quite a few other unexplained mysteries that have occurred to all of us. We all wrote down a list of most of them are pretty recent. Actually, almost all of them are extremely recent.
Yeah, if we
Mysteries.
gave all of our life
If we
mysteries,
gave all of our life
you'd be
Oh, we'd
puzzled
be
for
here
years.
forever.
You'd be
We'd be
puzzled
here
for years on
forever.
end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My whole life's a mystery.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to give you nightmares or anything.
Yeah. Ooh. But anyways, now it's time
It's
for...
not our Halloween episode.
The cold one zone.
The cold one zone.
Yes.
Oh, so this is the cold one
Oh,
zone.
I'm kind of scared, actually.
I like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
Make sure you keep the lights on if you don't want to get scared. Or turn them off if you do.
So we're
You know,
gonna
I support you.
go through these mysteries, maybe try and discuss what we think, maybe try and solve them if we can. Maybe you guys can tweet at us if you think
Oh,
you
that'd be
solve
great,
them.
actually.
Tweet
yeah.
at us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tweet at us.
If you think you have
if
the
you
solution
want
to
to.
mystery and you want to have a go, then please, we'll read your... Unless... if it's reasonable, we might read your solution on air.
Yeah. Oh, and also if you have a unexplained mystery yourself, post that as a listener question, and we
Yeah.
can try and solve that.
Yeah, we'll definitely...
That'd be
try.
great,
We'll have a
actually,
crack
yeah.
at it.
Yeah. So starting off, Clay, I hear that you had an interesting experience, actually just a couple days ago, right by our
Yes,
house.
Indeed, I did.
Ooh.
So, I'm going to set the tone for you guys. So, I had come back to the house late at night. Let's see, what day was this? This was probably Friday, I think.
Of this past week? Or...
Yeah, so
Okay.
last Friday, a few days ago.
Okay.
And I was leaving the house, I think it was probably around midnight, or like anywhere from midnight to 2 a.m. probably.
Mhm.
Was
The haunting hour.
The haunting hour, exactly. The creepy hour. And as I was leaving the house, so when I was just taking a quick break to come back to the house because I only needed there to be there for a second before I was going to leave. And when I got back to the house, both the parking spots in the back were taken, which is totally fine. So I drove into, in case you guys don't know, we live right behind a school.
Yes.
A school called the Harmony School, which is kind of this old, creepy, rundown school that has like all these weird
Okay.
things.
It's not
We don't want to
rundown.
bash it. Apparently, it's
not-
actually a very nice school. It has some great reviews online.
It's an
so-
elementary school.
It's
elementary
a
school, but
nice
it's like-
private
there are some
elementary
creepy
school.
things.
but-
There's like-
oh,
there's
it can
like a
definitely be
totem
creepy. It can be a
pole.
little, yeah.
There's like a big creepy totem pole. There's like this weird like shrine sort of
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah,
still
yeah.
on.
There's a creepy scarecrow.
Yes, exactly.
Yo, the scarecrow is
That
so
is pretty
creepy.
creepy, actually.
There would be a whole episode just to talk about everything in the show. But needless to say, so I was walking. It wasn't that far, but I was walking from the house to my car, and then as soon as I stepped foot on the pavement of the parking lot of Harmony School, the lights inside of it, like the lights in the classroom, started to turn on and off. Not like blinking, but like on for a few seconds and then shut off. And then one above it would turn on and off. Then another one would turn on. and
Wait,
off.
really? Different rooms?
Yeah, different rooms. It was really freaky.
Oh shoot!
Wait, were the lights on when you first walked, or
No,
did they
no, no.
the first? So all the lights were off as soon as you walk into the parking lot.
Yeah, and then turning on and off, which is kind of weird. So then I as you can imagine, I got in my car.
Oh god.
I was actually kind of freaked out. I was like, oh god, is like somebody like inside turning on and off the lights? And I kind of looked through the window, and I couldn't see anybody. But at that point, the lights were still turning on and off. So I was like, okay, fine, that's
Oh
weird.
goodness.
So I got in my car, and I started to drive away, and I forgot to tell you guys. But after I like had like driven past down the alley, like all the lights turned off again, which is kind of weird.
That is.
So that's my
wow.
mystery.
So, do we think it could possibly just go rational to start with? Could it just be like automatic lights to try to keep burglars away?
Yeah,
Would that be a possibility?
It's definitely reasonable. But the one thing that I thought was weird was that it was turning on and off and then going to different rooms.
Right.
These
Yeah.
were different
yeah.
rooms, and they have a sensor in the parking lot.
Yeah,
that
like
can
this school
detect
does.
that. Like,
This school
I
does.
mean, you never know.
it's not like the street lights turning on when you walk by it. This
Yeah.
is like indoor
and
lights.
this school, like for school buses, they drive like repurposed military trucks. Like I don't think they have enough money.
Wait,
to,
really?
like-
Yeah.
Have you seen their school buses? Well,
No,
there's a
I
whole other
haven't
mystery
really.
that happened with the school buses that
Oh, wow.
actually, I might need to go into.
really nice playground. Yeah.
Nice playground, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a private school, so
It is a private
it's
school.
a decent, you know.
But okay, there's actually something another mystery I had there. but it might incriminate a Harmony School employee. So I don't know if I should say it.
Ooh.
Well, oh shoot! If only we had not said the name of the school.
This is a different school that we're at. But anyway, so do you guys have any solutions? So one solution is the
I really want
pressurized, like,
Yeah, or
I
just
think-
like sensors,
I
not
find
necessarily
that
like
kind of-
pressure, but just sensing.
What
it in
time?
the
So
air.
this is 1 o'clock or midnight?
yeah. I remember I got back to the house at 11:30. I went inside and I was
Mhm.
probably there for about an hour, probably about an hour and a half. So I'm gonna say it's
Yeah.
exactly at 1 a.m.
If I'm also being rational, I think maybe were there any other cars in the parking lot?
No,
Okay, that ruins that.
Is there a possibility
they
that
were when I
people
got there, but they weren't there.
could people just be cleaning the school?
That's what I was thinking. Like they have to do like a light
Because-
check. Like
Yeah,
they were just
right,
going
yeah.
from classroom to classroom, like
That's a
switching it out. Oh,
possibility.
yeah, this one's clean.
That
this
could be,
one's
but
clean.
okay. So the lights were on for a few seconds, but when one turned off, another one rapidly turned on.
Oh, so it was like automatic.
Well, there could be a squad of people cleaning the school.
That's.
I'll say I've
definitely-
had very late nights in Spia or Kelly, and I'll see people cleaning, and they're like
yeah.
But
doing
what-
all sorts of stuff. So there's always a squad of them cleaning. So maybe
That's actually something I hadn't thought about. But 1 a.m. is kind of a weird time. Like, wouldn't you do it like at 9 p.m. or something?
it's usually like at 1 a.m. when I see people cleaning Kelly. I
That's
don't
true,
know,
but like kids aren't hanging out at the school.
That's
like,
true,
hey, you want to
yeah.
do our homework?
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
classroom?
that's
You know what I
right.
mean?
I mean, if you think about it, class probably ends around 3 or 4. There's probably a couple hours of like extracurriculars that happen. So everyone should be out of that school
Yeah.
probably by 6.
Yeah, and all the cars were gone, and I left. So I was like, oh, this is kind of weird. So
Yeah.
trust me, I hightailed it out of there, and I was not looking forward to coming back.
It's definitely a
That
weird-
is definitely spooky.
I mean, the other option.
And the grounds of Harmony School are spooky, and I walked
they
in the
are.
night, and I was like, okay, this is creepy. Nothing else creepy should happen by the time I get back to my car. The lights that were happening, I was like, oh god, this is weird.
Interesting.
Sergey, do you have any insight?
Yeah, so do you think it may have been a teacher who had left something behind, but she couldn't find it because maybe one of the kids had like put it somewhere else? So she was looking through the classrooms late at night because she probably didn't realize it might have been something important, maybe like a flash drive with like some of her schoolwork for the students the next day.
That could
That's a
definitely be true.
possibility.
Something
But
like
that
that.
doesn't. The one thing it doesn't explain is like the rapidly like one light downstairs, one light upstairs, one light to the side. You know what I mean?
Oh, so what was the time frame that these lights were like moving?
The lights weren't flickering. They were probably on for about like I would say 2 seconds.
Oh, wow.
It's not like somebody was going, you know, like the thing you do and your parents would say, "Hey, stop wasting energy." Like, you know, on for a little bit, off. You know what I mean?
That
And it was automatic, though.
Don't, well, I don't think it'd be automatic because I don't think the classrooms themselves would have sensors and I don't think Harmony School would have sensors to randomly turn on lights.
Yeah, no, I don't think that.
And it's
either.
also very cost inefficient.
Also, we've been at the school late at night and like,
That's never happened.
yeah.
Yeah.
I do. Didn't you say like as soon as one light would turn on, it would like be immediate, or would there
One
be
light
a
would turn
li-
on, then when one turned off, another light would immediately turn on upstairs.
So that's why I'm saying that doesn't make sense unless there's someone up the floor above.
Yeah,
they can't
right.
walk up the stairs and turn on the classroom light right
That's
above.
kind of creepy.
I think maybe it could be a squad of janitors. I don't really know.
But that's a lot. That's a lot of janitors, especially for like
All
a
right.
school at late at night. I would think.
we do have a solution proposed to us.
Oh, from Twitter.
You guys' solution are great. Yes, somebody has written in. EU, in fact, great friend of the show, former guest of the
thank
show.
you.
Thank you for listening.
He proposed. I've heard about the lights thing happening once before. Were you by any chance listening to "Flashing Lights" by Kanye West? It's a rule of nature that lights must flash when the song is on. It's called the Yeezus principle. That is a really good
that
theory.
is a pretty good
That is
theory.
a
I
really
like
good-
that a
that's
lot.
Creepy,
yeah.
actually. That
I was actually listening to all of the lights by Kanye West.
Oh, that's a great one too.
Yeah, no, that's actually probably better, in my opinion. But no, I actually was not listening to anything. I wish I was listening to something. So yeah, no, but it could be somebody else who's listening. Maybe somebody like in my vicinity was listening to
Two flashing lights.
Flashing Lights. I
Yeah.
think that's probably a good
I think the
solution.
cleaning crew might be the most likely.
So we have
but
the
I don't
cleaning crew,
know.
flashing lights. We have also a
I would-
teacher looking for something,
Yeah.
or the spirit of a teacher who like
Oh,
maybe like
Oh.
I have an idea. She like left something at the school and was looking for it, but then like the door shut and she was like locked in like all like winter or summer and she like
Oh.
starved to death.
Oh my
And now
gosh.
her like spirit is like
It's
or, like,
always
frozen to death.
looking.
Her spirit is like always every night looking for that thing. She
Right,
lost.
because when she died, they took all of her belongings out of the school.
Exactly. So
she's
she'll never
right.
be able to find it.
Oh shoot.
Oh, wow, that's
Huh.
really creepy. Yeah, I was gonna say the other option is there's a ghost.
The reasonable option is obviously a ghost of a teacher. Who
Yeah,
froze
I would
to
say
death.
ghost or cleaning crew.
Yeah,
But
you
it
know,
is weird
what's
that
the
there-
difference?
It is weird.
Yeah.
It is weird that there were no cars in the parking lot.
Yeah, so just something,
That is
just some
pretty
food for thought.
strange.
I'm glad I shared with you guys, but now I might actually feel. I might think twice before. I'd rather probably just park my car further away and walk there after that experience.
Also,
Yeah,
I'm really sorry if we can't talk about it, but I'm just curious. This thing, other mystery that you said,
Yeah.
that you might not be able to say, could you like take out a part of it or something just so we could talk about? I'm just really curious.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sounds
so
interesting.
If not, we can just bring it up another week when we like think of a good way to incorporate it. Where we're
okay,
not...
so me and Simone were going to go to the outlet mall. As if people from Indiana might know, there's a really great outlet mall in Edinburgh It's really fun to go.
Ooh.
Good for a day trip. You can go to a bunch of cool stores, get cheap
Oh, maybe I
stuff.
should go there.
I
Never been.
recommend it for like a day trip.
Where's this located?
Or with like a date, maybe like a serious girlfriend, not like some random girl. It's
Hey,
just
I mean, you never know.
It's
How
like,
far away is it?
like 45 minutes.
Oh, it's not too bad.
yeah,
I
and there's
guess,
like a Nike store, like all these different kinds of stores.
Oh, cool.
It's really cool. And we were excited to go to the Outlet Mall. This is like a Saturday, a Saturday like noon time, like on some Saturday last on some like day in September last semester. And as we were leaving, something kind of weird happened. So basically, out of the blue, this bus comes barreling around the corner. The bus may or may not belong to a certain school that we live behind, and smashed into the side of this car.
No way.
Oh no!
And,
Wait,
like,
a moving car or a parked car?
A parked car.
Oh, man.
A parked car on our street. And that's
Oh,
where our
no.
friend Jay usually parks. So I was really scared it was Jay's car.
Oh, no.
Because he almost always parks there. He was lucky he
Yeah.
wasn't there that day.
Oh my
And
gosh.
when the thing drove away, it literally looked like the car door was like like a rumpled bag of chips. That's what the car door
Oh
looked
my
like.
goodness!
Like
No
somebody
way.
taking a bag of chips and just rumpled it up. Like it was all like cracked and dented and like
That's
messed up.
crazy.
And like as they were driving away, a kid in the back was like, hey, Miss Johnson, you totally hit that car. And she was like, did I? Are you sure? And the kid's like, yeah, you did. And she was
Wait,
like,
really?
I'm like, how did she not hear it? It was this gigantic thud. So my theory is she probably just was like, oh god, I hate this car. I'm just gonna drive away.
Oh my
and the kid was
goodness.
like, hey, lady, you just hit that car. And she's like, and the kids were like, shout out to the kids. They're like, you have to stop. You can't just drive away. All the windows were down. And she was like, I'll deal with it after I drop you guys off. I'll come back. I'll leave a note, whatever. But the mystery
Wow.
is, did she ever leave a note? Because we have zero proof of it.
Shoot.
Oh,
Yeah,
to
To
maybe.
be fair,
wow.
if I was in her position, I probably would first park the kids at school, then leave a note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't want a bunch of kids. But also, like, that could just be, to me, it already seemed like she was trying to hit and run. That could just be another excuse.
Oh,
Because the
wow.
bus was undamaged. I will say that.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
okay.
is crazy.
Yeah, I remember. Was this the red bus by chance?
The white bus with the red rhino on it.
Yeah.
That may or may not belong to a certain school. May or may not have a red rhino on it.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
we shouldn't be talking about this on air. I don't
Well,
know.
we have no actual.
Let's rewind.
There's no incriminating evidence.
Hit
For
the
all we
dump
know,
button.
this woman did exactly what she was supposed to do and drove back, called the cops, or let
Yeah,
the letters.
let's
Yeah.
just assume that's what happened.
Well, that's the mystery. So
But
we'll
isn't,
assume that.
isn't that crazy? Don't stay away parking like directly like
Oh.
like across from the alley.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
avoiding that from now on. That's
Shoot.
That's insane.
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
Alright.
before we go on to our next one, should we do a quick sports on the 20s while it's
Oh.
still the 20s?
Yes.
Definitely.
So
Some
I guess
sports mysteries.
We did have a
Ooh.
game recently. Billy, would you care to share the game that you went to?
Oh, the IU game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was there as well.
Jonathan was there
Oh,
as well.
Jonathan was there. Huh?
It was a disappointment because
was.
when
What was the game against?
Ohio
Ohio
State.
State.
Very
We went
close
into
game.
We went into overtime. Then we were still tied after overtime. We went into double overtime. We were winning, and then with like less than 2 seconds to go, they threw like a half-court shot that went in. Basically,
Not quite half court.
It was like-
it was a 3-point.
It was basically one of those desperate like last-minute
Last-second
shots,
threes,
and
yeah.
it went in. So IU lost.
Oh no.
unfortunately.
But
We
yeah.
were actually up by 1, so then they won by 2.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
So
Another Ohio
yeah,
State?
yeah,
Yeah.
Jeez.
close game. But
Hey.
so I think that was the last regular season game, and then
Yeah.
upcoming we have the Big Ten tournament. Is that right?
Yeah,
Right,
that's the
right.
mystery. Like, who are we gonna be playing against?
Oh,
Are we in that?
true, yeah.
Yeah, that's-
yeah. Everyone's in the
Everyone's in
Big
the
Ten
Big Ten
tournament. Yeah,
it's
who's in
the
Big
it's
Ten,
the
so-
NCAA thing that not everyone's in.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
which
we're
we're
not in
definitely
that.
not going to be in.
Is
yeah.
Purdue in that?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Probably.
They're pretty good. So.
March Madness. Hey, but what about the Pacers these days? What are they up to?
Pacers
What are they up to?
lost their game to the Dallas Mavericks by like 1 point today. It was really
Oh,
sad.
no.
Everyone's losing by a
The
couple
Dallas
points.
Mavericks are really. Oh no, they lost by 6 points. But the Dallas Mavericks are really bad, so it was a really sad game.
Oh shoot!
But hey, we're still fifth. The Pacers are still fifth in the Eastern Conference, so everything will be fine.
Wow. And then just a little bit more news. The number 1 team switched this week. It used to be Michigan State, but now it is the Cavaliers.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah. it was-
Virginia Cavaliers.
Cavaliers.
Oh, I was
Yeah,
thinking
yeah,
you were
no,
talking
no.
about the Cleveland Cavaliers.
No, no,
wait,
no,
wrong conference, buddy. But
No,
okay,
no,
yeah.
that's different.
Yeah.
But,
Okay,
They
cool.
switched, even though they actually didn't play. They didn't play a game, but they just like switched, just kind
Yeah.
of like randomly.
I'm sure. Yeah, interesting.
So.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Sergey. And now on to more mystery.
Not some more mystery. Should we just go in order, or do we want to?
We can go in any order. It doesn't matter. We just lift them out.
Well,
Let's
let's
rapid
go.
fast,
The cold one zone.
Let's go to the next cold one zone. A little bit of a lighter one.
Yeah.
This one happened to me.
Oh wow.
Well, let's go ahead and go for it. So this is the cereal in the freezer mystery.
Oh.
So
happened this month.
basically, this happened a few months ago, right?
Yeah.
So in the morning, there's this cereal I really like. It's a Kroger brand cereal called Oat Squares. Very good. And I was gonna pour myself, a big old bowl of Oat Squares before I went off to class. I find I look on top and I'm like, well, there's no more oat squares. I'm like, okay, well, I guess someone must have eaten the oat squares.
Yeah,
like it
exactly.
happens. Like we all share a cereal. That's
Yeah,
fine.
we all eat oat squares. every
Yeah,
day.
everybody eats. So I had something else for breakfast. I don't even remember what.
Probably-
And then
probably like a bowl of gruel.
yeah, it was
And rat
nasty.
tails.
Bowl of rusty nails or something
Yeah,
like that. But so later on that night, I open up the freezer to get some snack from the freezer, and guess what I find? But the box of oat squares that I couldn't
Oh,
find
jeez.
earlier in the day.
Oh.
And this actually is still unexplained. I still have no idea
I think so.
how
That's
the
might have
oat
an idea.
squares.
We might have an
I still
idea.
have no idea how the oat squares got in the freezer. I honestly don't know because literally that morning they weren't there, and the day before I'd eaten them for breakfast, so I have no idea.
All right, I have a solution to you. You might not like to hear it though. So Billy was launching his personal prank show, Billy's Bodacious Pranks, and his first idea was he wants to prank each person in the house, and his first idea was to prank you.
Oh no.
I was not okay with this. Nobody's okay with this, but he threatened us.
Hey, this is
Um,
a hit show.
And he basically said that he's gonna prank each one of us in the house one by one. And first, he's gonna go after your favorite cereal, oat squares, and freeze them. He was gonna freeze them into a solid block of ice.
Yeah.
So then, when you pour them the next morning, you would chip your teeth. when you bite
Oh
into them.
no.
But in the end, you foiled his prank. So that's basically the story.
Oh, is that it? By the way, this actually did happen.
This did happen. That part that Clay just said did not happen.
Yeah,
That
that
is-
did.
really?
That is false. I think I have. I
I don't know, man.
a
Maybe it
real
did. That sounds
explanation.
pretty likely.
So I remember when this happened. We actually, in all reality here, everybody in the house were like, okay, did someone put these in the freezer? Everyone said no. So it's like either they just magically appeared in the freezer, or someone did it without realizing it.
Right.
And
Maybe someone was
Jonathan-
sleepwalking or something
Someone-
like that, right?
I don't know if anyone sleepwalks though. So
I mean, you never know.
you never know.
You wouldn't know if you sleepwalk until
You live
until
in
you get
some-
woken up while you're sleepwalking, right?
I
Sure.
do know that the prevailing house theory at the moment, even though it's Jonathan doesn't believe this, is that Jonathan just did it because it was really late at night when he discovered them. And hey, I space out sometimes.
Yeah, he was
I'll
going
be willing
crazy,
to
dude.
admit that. And I just think maybe since
Right,
you're the one who
yeah.
discovered them.
See, that would make sense, but the thing is that it was that morning that I couldn't find them,
Oh,
and later
shoot.
on that night was when I found them in the freezer.
You're right.
So
Were they,
it
like,
must have, it
frozen?
could have been no, they weren't really frozen. I mean, they were cold, but I guess that could have been the day before somehow,
solid.
late at night. I
I-
could have accidentally put them in there.
In reality, I probably
Or maybe
think-
even the morning before, like the day before. Like I was going to class, I was in a rush, and I ended up accidentally tossing them in the freezer, and then instead of setting them where I normally put them, like
Yeah.
the day before when I ate cereal. You know what I mean?
right. And even if it wasn't you, I bet someone in the house just spaced out.
Yeah.
Somebody who eats the oat squares.
Right.
Or it could be a ghost.
It
I
could
think
be a
it's a ghost.
ghost.
Probably a ghost.
A ghost who they wanted to eat oat squares and they ran out, and so they starved.
The Frosty Ghost.
Ooh,
Of our
Frosty the
house.
Ghost Man.
Frosty the Ghost Man.
All right, so it looks like we have a little bit of a solution for that at least.
It is, yeah. I still
Still
am
a
a
little
little bit freaked out by this.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, sometimes it's the least difficult to believe solution is the right one, or sometimes it's the opposite.
Yeah,
In
true.
which case, I think you should believe a ghost.
All right. So what other mysteries do we have? We have there was a weird smell in our microwave. I don't really feel like we need to talk about
Yeah.
that one. Someone just microwaved some bad breakfast burrito or something.
Yeah, who
I don't know.
knows?
That breakfast burrito was rancid.
Yeah. Oh, how about this? So I think we mentioned this at some point. We've had the police called on our house several times. This actually is not a joke,
Yes.
unfortunately.
We all have criminal records.
criminal records now. No, because so our parking, our like driveway, there's room for 4 cars.
Yeah.
But there's only like 3 spots blocked out.
Yeah, so we're only, even though there is ample room for 4 cars, maybe even another one,
Yeah.
we're technically only supposed to use 3 spots.
And our landlord, we actually asked him about this, and he was like, "Oh yeah, park as many cars as you want." And he actually
pile them on, friend.
Yeah, pile them on. And he actually removed the barriers. So that
With his
we-
Hulk-like strength, he ripped it out of the ground and just threw it into the middle.
the
of
barriers are made out of wood, so
Yeah.
they're not that hard to lift. But basically,
solid
But
titanium.
he still
wood.
did it nonetheless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
With
we,
one finger.
so we parked.
Oh, this little thing.
So we started parking 4 cars in our driveway, and then we received a letter in the mail from the Bloomington City people.
BPD.
Whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
BPD.
The police, and it's a letter saying you can't stop parking your cars that way. You only that house is only coded by law to have 3 cars there, and if you do it again, we're gonna fine you.
Yes.
Like a lot of money, right?
And basically they
How
said
much money was it?
It was like $500.
And it was gonna go up like exponentially.
Yeah, and it was like,
right?
and if you
God.
do it again after that, then it's gonna be 600 or something like that. Like,
yeah.
So the creepy part, one, is because they said this this information was supplied to them. Like, it's not like the police came and
Yeah,
saw
they're
this.
like, hey, these whippersnappers have 3 cars here.
Yeah, they apparently got some sort of anonymous tip from
A
someone.
tipster, yeah.
that we're parking our cars this way, which is really odd. We also, the other thing is, in the letter there were attached photos of our
Yes.
cars, which is really creepy. That's a weird mystery.
Wait, I don't think that's creepy.
It's not that
I think
creepy,
it's
but
weird.
a
Someone
little
came
bit.
up.
It's probably just the police. They probably kept getting called, and the police were like, "All right, we'll go take a picture of these guys."
That's
guess,
true. It
I
could have
guess.
been.
That's true.
But it still does.
If
seem
it
a
was
little
the
bit odd.
anonymous tipster,
If it was the tipster, it's creepy. But if it's the police, it's like,
Yeah.
the solution for
I mean,
this
the police
one-
could be creepy. I mean,
Yeah, I mean they
Well,
could be.
That's true.
I think the prevailing theory at the moment is actually it came from the person who owns the house who came to visit. He said that there's these crazy neighbors.
he didn't come to visit. So I sorry.
No, go
Yeah.
ahead. I was not there to meet him. So.
Also, in the beginning of the year, we had the police calling us multiple times. The cop came and said, "Hey, you can't park there." Remember that?
Oh, that was different. That was because Sergey had his car parked sideways.
Yeah.
oh,
So that was actually about a different thing, I think.
No. That was about the same thing. But then our landlord was like, "Oh no, it's only because you weren't doing this." You know what I mean?
Oh, and then it was because
Yeah.
of the barriers.
Yeah, and so then we remove the barriers, and then I come home and there's this nice, a seemingly respectable, nice-looking guy standing behind our house taking pictures of the car, and I said, I went up to him, I was like, "Hey, can you explain what the heck you're doing back here?"
okay, really?
He said, "Listen, buddy, I own this house, okay? Now I'm sure you're a bunch of good guys, you know, I haven't gotten any problems, but somebody has a vendetta against you, has a vendetta against me, and always makes it lives in this house, makes their life a personal torment. And they've been calling me over and over again with nothing better to do than to complain about the way your cars are parked." Now, Sergey didn't have his car there today, so he basically was like, "I don't know what they're talking about. I'm taking photos now to prove that the cars aren't parked there. But, you know, this guy he literally said has an axe to grind with me. I don't know why. But whatever you do, just stop parking here. It's too much trouble for the both of us."
Right.
I was like, "Oh, geez, I feel bad that we're inconveniencing this honest businessman, but why does this matter to these people?
Yeah, they just
Who's
don't
calling it in?"
They don't have anything better to do. So that's when it
so.
seemed solved. There's this crazy neighbor. He actually pointed out which neighbor it was.
Yeah, he said in not so friendly words, he said, "This guy down there has an axe to grind with me.
Yeah.
Has been making my life and your life a living beep
Heck.
heck."
So
Yeah.
this would
Gotta
have
do the
solved
clean
mystery.
version.
Yeah,
Yes.
the unclean.
Except, as you may remember, Jonathan and Jay went to talk to the neighbor. They were actually Boy Wonder for
Right,
doing this,
yeah.
if you remember.
Yeah,
they
we-
went to talk to the neighbor to give him our contact information so that we could say, "Hey, if you ever see, if we're messing some weird city code, like, you can just let us know."
Don't call the police
Like,
on
just
us.
be a normal person and
Just
tell
text
us
us,
we're
call
doing,
us, or knock on our
knock
door.
on our door because we're your neighbor and just tell us what we're, instead of calling the police on us. And they denied everything.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, you know what I mean?" Which is really odd. So
And then to
Yeah,
make it worse,
so-
they even refused to take our contact information.
yeah, they were like, Jay was trying to give him, "Hey, this is my email, this is my phone number." And
Jay's another one of our roommates, by the way.
yeah, at least take it. At least pretend it. You can take it and throw
Okay.
it out.
Well,
but,
we don't need to get into that too much. We've already
Sorry.
been over all of this.
Going
But
in
anyway,
on a rant
so
here.
the mystery is who called the police on us? Was it our neighbors? Was it someone else? Who took the pictures? I don't know.
My personal opinion is it was our neighbors, but then they just lied because they did not think we would.
My
I don't
personal opinion is a ghost. What do you call
A
it?
ghost.
A ghost of a child who was. That's depressing. A ghost of a old man who was run over by a car while he was playing checkers, and behind our house. Some kid, some IU student in the 50s, just didn't see him and didn't care and just mowed him down and killed him, and he died and his bones are
Or-
buried right under that very site.
So he
Maybe
takes
it was the
pictures.
ghost.
He takes pictures of people's cars now.
Yes, on his
haunt
ghost
them.
phone. Yeah, he calls the police on them to hunt them.
It was the ghost of someone who was tied up to a railroad track and then was run over by a train.
Exactly.
So they need to have the rail ties there at all times.
Oh, yes.
Or they're going to be freaking
Yes.
out. They'll just be spinning in their grave,
calling the police.
just calling the police. So that might be it, actually.
So we have two ghosts: a dead old man or a dead person tied to rail tracks. Sergey, do you have any other ideas on this?
oh,
Billy proposed an interesting, but probably the least rational theory was that it actually was her neighbors and they were lying.
Yeah, I don't know.
As a
That's
person who
kind of-
implicitly trusts everybody and also has a very strong belief in ghosts, I seriously doubt that.
I don't know. I think it may have been our landlord. Maybe he wanted us to like him, and he didn't want us to.
Oh,
not to
true.
really
Trust.
So he set this all
You want
up.
us to think we were standing up for it? Like,
Yeah.
He was like standing up for us.
So he set this
Oh,
all
maybe,
up
actually.
to throw suspicion, or not throw suspicion,
conspiracy.
but just like throw off like maybe some unnecessary pressure from him onto like these random neighbors. And obviously we're not going to confront them, and they're not going to confront us. So all
Or
suspicion.
so he thought.
That's
And
exactly.
he didn't count on the boat boys.
So
Ooh.
maybe that could be it.
Yeah, so
That's a
tweet
good
in if
idea.
you think you have a solution to this thing. Who called the police on us? And if it was you,
Just
please tell us.
Turn yourself
confess.
in.
Just confess.
Just tell us. We won't be mad at all.
Yeah.
We just want to know.
Oh yeah,
Just
we won't be mad.
Yeah.
we won't be
We won't be
mad. Okay. No. We don't want any intimidation on air. That's probably
Kidding.
definitely not allowed. But
Yeah.
anyway, should we get to our next
Yes.
mystery, or should we do
Real quick before
the
we
news
Go, yeah, let's
on
do
the
news.
40s?
Oh, okay.
Sergey, it's a mystery what's going on in the world right now. Can you tell us the news?
I guess, yeah. So, you know how there was that Florida shooting
Yes.
recently?
Yes.
Very
well,
sad.
there have
Very
been some allegations that there was a deputy actually around that area, and when he went to the school, he didn't actually go directly inside the building, but he went around the building, and now he's being accused of cowardice.
Oh, jeez.
But in his defense, he says that
Something
he
I've been
thought-
accused of many times.
He thought thought the gunshots were coming from outside, so that's why he went around back.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
So, but right now he's getting a lot of heat, and so it may look
Oh,
like
gosh, that's a mystery.
Yeah.
Did
That
you do
is
the
a
right thing or not?
mystery. Yeah,
But at
exactly.
the same time, who can be like, yeah, you heard wrong.
Exactly
Or,
right.
You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
Also, I don't think cowardice is a crime.
It's
Well,
if
not
it was,
right.
if it was,
It,
I'd
it
be
sounds like it might be in this
In
case.
this
if it was, we'd be in a lot of trouble.
Well, I don't know. Maybe not the word cowardice, but maybe not fulfilling his duties as a
Oh,
deputy.
like
That could be
shirking in the
Yeah,
line of
yeah,
duties. or
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
Jeez,
Right.
very sad stuff though.
yeah. And then
Very
also,
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also in news, this is maybe less of a it could be kind of a mystery as to why you might want to download this app. But there's an app called Feedless.
You can download it if you want.
Yeah, you can download it if you want. But what it does is it blocks your social media feeds that you choose. So maybe you want to
Huh.
get off it a little bit.
Feedless, okay.
Yeah. So, and that's just something very recent and new, and it's being promoted by the Humane Society for Social Media or something like that. yeah,
Humane
no,
Society for
I
Social
know.
Media.
I've never heard of this before.
Interesting.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Wow.
so that's on.
Maybe
that's
I should
on
get that.
recent news.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're having trouble staying off your phone at night,
Sometimes actually.
These
Can't
guys
go
are
to
always
sleep?
posting all over Facebook, like, oh,
I know.
I just got a new ice cream cone. Oh my god, I'm so
Yeah.
proud of myself.
Yeah, every time I'm trying to sleep, I'm always like, hey, I can't sleep.
Yeah, hey,
Always
can't
posting it.
sleep.
Who up?
Anyone want to text me?
Who else is up? Yeah.
Who up? Who else is up? Who up with me? And then just posting his number
Hashtag
online.
insomnia boys.
If you're a girl up right now, please text me. And then you post his phone number, his social security
Yeah.
number, his credit card number.
The
all
problem
of
is
it.
I never get a response, but I always have.
But you always get charges on your card.
I always get charged on my card. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
weird-
just once I want you to at least. I mean, you can use my card all you want, but at least like send me a text in return. Come
Yeah,
on.
exactly. Yeah, it's like just call him before you buy that new flat screen, all right?
Yeah, I swear.
Alright.
Call me, I'll buy you anything. But
Well,
Yeah.
well, thank you
Yeah.
for that news, Sergey.
We gotta
Oh
Thank
yeah.
you.
Also, don't
Okay,
forget,
really.
Culture Shock is on April 14th.
Yes,
So
it's
mark
gonna
that
be
on your
awesome.
calendars.
I have not.
We have
forgotten.
Chicano Batman. We have
got-
Milo.
Is it Milo or Milo?
Milo Kunis.
Milo Kunis.
Milo Cyrus.
Milo Cyrus.
Someone
No,
on WIX said
Milo.
Milo when I was
Milo.
listening, but I don't know.
I
I
don't
know which
think it's
one's right.
Milo.
I don't know. Maybe they're wrong.
I think it's Milo. Because Milo's like a name.
All right, let's go with Milo.
Milo.
We've
You
got Milo.
Chicano
We've
Batman.
got Apache
Milo.
Dropout.
Okay, no.
We wish.
You can go to Culture Shock if you want. It's so fun. It'll be a blast. We'll be selling the merchandise
Yeah, and listening there.
and listening and having
When it's
a
not our shit.
super huge blast. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun last time.
So yeah, it's gonna be really fun this year too. So we can't wait to see you there. It's gonna be
Yeah.
awesome.
All right, so
All right, moving right along to another mystery.
this is
Or should
another.
we go ahead and do the Dunn's McModern McMystery?
Yeah,
No, no,
sure,
no,
we'll
no.
get that.
This,
So,
this is a bit of a throwback segment.
yeah,
for you,
throwback
you all-time
segment for
listeners.
those old time fans. McDunn's McModern and McMysteries. This is my segment. I'm an amateur detective, so I like to go around in my daily life and kind of try and solve mysteries. And I thought, what would be a mystery, mystery topic show without a McDunn's McModern McMystery? So
I
this
don't know.
one-
What would it be?
I don't know. It would just.
It wouldn't be right. That's what it would
It wouldn't be right.
Wouldn't
yeah,
be
thank
right.
you.
Wouldn't be right.
So there is an establishment here in Bloomington. It's called Recess. I believe.
I think I've heard of
Have you
it.
heard of this?
Recess.
Yeah,
Recess.
recess. Sorry.
It's
The Great
French.
Recess.
Yeah, the
So-
Great Recess.
It is
The
a.
Great Recess. That's when all the adults quit their jobs so they can play in the street.
It is a.
Yeah,
What even
sounds
is?
great.
What even is this place? I don't even know what it is. Jonathan, what? How,
It's
how
an
do I?
all ages nightclub.
Yeah, all
for kids.
ages nightclub. Basically, it's owned by Kilroy's, is what I'm told.
Imagine a nightclub for kids.
Yeah, so it's like a bar for kids.
For kids.
A bar for kids.
So I decided, wow, this is a
Bar
great
Junior.
idea.
Yeah, Bar Junior.
Recess for kids, and it's a bar for kids. So I decided I'm gonna open up another establishment, and I'm gonna be their main competitor. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I'll put up another bar for kids.
Genius business idea, a bar for kids. Unfortunately, the city of Bloomington keeps rejecting my permits
Oh, jeez.
for this place. I don't know
gosh.
what is going on. So that was a pretty big mystery to me. How is this place so successful when I can't even get this government off my back?
So what's your business plan?
So my business plan, so obviously, okay, let's think about this. Recess, I stopped going to recess when I was probably, at least at my school, elementary school, very end of elementary school. That was
Yeah,
that
middle,
was
you don't have recess anymore in middle school, and if you do,
No.
you're a baby.
exactly. So my idea is for these elementary school kids. I mean, they don't have a bar to go to. So at my place, I'm calling it playtime
Yes.
because recess is taken. So
Right, playtime.
playtime.
And you're going for an even younger audience.
Exactly. So what we're gonna serve all the drinks that kids love. You know what I mean? I'm talking juice, Capri Sun, Gatorade, beer, chocolate milk.
Oh yeah, kids love beer. And, well, I mean, I'm a child.
Yeah, Powerade. I'm talking about all the greats. So
Yeah, all the raids, lemonade,
yeah,
Powerade,
lemonade,
Kool-Aid.
Powerade, Kool-Aid, limeade. I mean, who knows?
Minute Maid,
Minute Maid.
Pop Rocks inside of
Minute Aid.
Minute
Diet Coke.
Maid.
So basically,
Diet Coke.
so I decide, if I'm gonna get to the bottom of this, of how this place is so successful, I've got to go inside myself.
Meanwhile, you're not even able to get your business off the ground.
Yeah, exactly. So I go in, and the first thing I notice is I don't know what's in the water here at Bloomington, but like these kids look old. I mean, for elementary school, I mean, when I was in 5th grade, I mean, I thought I was kind of tall at the time, but these people, oh my gosh.
These kids were David and Goliath.
The kids at
Exactly.
recess, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the kids at recess.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm like, okay, so these kids are a little bit bigger than I suspected, but hey, this is recess. The other thing is basically the color and the atmosphere. I always thought, bright primary colors, lots of reds, blues, and yellows. This place
Right.
is completely dark.
Yeah,
There's like
exactly.
strobe
Oh,
lights
man.
going
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
Oh gosh.
And
Maybe a smoke machine, right?
yeah, smoke machine. I mean, things, I
Some
guess,
kid drooling.
things are just a little different from when I was a kid, I guess.
Maybe.
Yeah, they've
The other-
grown up.
Yeah, see, when I was a kid, that's the other thing. The music, I would, we would do ABCs,
Teletubbies.
The Wiggles,
yeah.
Kids Bop.
Yeah, exactly.
I owned
Oh,
Kids
yeah.
Bop 1 through 57
Teddy Spaghetti.
and 79. I don't know, but
No, that's what I call music.
yeah.
I can't believe it's not music.
Yeah, the
can't
duck
believe it is
song,
music.
that duck song about the grapes or whatever.
The Crazy Frog song.
Yeah,
Oh.
all of those were the best. And now they're all listening to this, like, I don't even know what it is. This trap music.
It's called IDM.
IDM music.
IUDM.
Yeah.
IUDM music.
Yeah, IUDM music.
So I'm like, oh, geez,
EDM
I'm playing
music.
the wrong music if I want to attract these little kids.
Yeah.
And
There must be something in the water, a growth hormone, because these kids are giant.
so I had realized, okay, this is what I need to do if I really want to have a successful business. But then the last thing is, how did they get their permits approved? So I decided to actually go into the back office where the managers are and where they store like the files for their permits and stuff. So I break into the back. I'm going through all the files trying to find their permit, and then these security guards come in.
That's clean business practices. Though.
Yeah, these security guards come in. They grab me and they throw me out of the place.
Were they kids too?
I don't. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, I assume it was recess, so I assume they were kids. So I'm like, what the heck? They just threw me out of the establishment for literally no reason. All I did was break into the back office, start going through their files, throwing their papers everywhere.
That's
I don't know-
crazy.
I don't know what. So that's
yeah.
that's when I realized it. They threw me out because I was an adult.
Exactly. You weren't a kid.
That's what I was
That's
missing.
just what I was thinking.
Oh.
That's what I was missing this entire time. Kids don't want to be there if there's going to be a bunch of adults.
Yeah, kids want to go to a kid-run business.
Yeah. So I've
Like McDonald's or Chuck E. Cheese.
exactly. So I've applied for a new permit. This time I specifically mentioned multiple times
That you're a child.
that I am a child, that
And yet you're being sponsored by a child.
and there will be no adults
Yes.
allowed,
Yes.
even near it.
Yes.
Especially like policemen
Policemen,
or anyone of authority.
first responders,
Yeah. So I'm
Unless
hoping.
the kids version.
I haven't heard back, but I'm pretty sure I solved this mystery.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think-
proud of you, man.
Yeah, thank you very much. Unfortunately, there are a couple other mysteries.
Good luck in your business.
Thank you.
Playtime.
Thank
the
you.
new bar for kids in Bloomington. I'm gonna take both my kids there.
Oh, thanks, man. But you can't go.
But you can't go. Yeah.
Skylar and Tyler are
You
gonna
drop
like
them off outside.
I'll drop them off on site. I'll head over to a real bar for men. You know what I'm thinking of, right?
Mother bears.
Mama bears.
Mother bars.
Mother bars. Mother
So,
bars.
the mother of all
have you seen,
bars.
Have you seen the bars on that bear? That's got to be a place for
Oh
those.
my goodness, you're right. Oh
So-
Have you
gosh.
seen that?
Thank you. That was McDunn's
man.
McModern.
Booga.
Okay. really.
Jeez, okay, come
Get
on,
out of
man.
here, dude.
What? That's a sexy bear. Come on.
No. So that was
Hey, I mean-
McDunn's McModern McMysteries. Thank you guys for taking this journey with me. But we
Thank
do
you.
have some unsolved mysteries that I feel like we need to address.
Yes. We need to address these mysteries and get a solution before it's too late.
This next one's actually from freshman year.
This
We
next
probably
one's
only have
sponsored by
time for
Bob's
like
Lumber.
one more before our questions, right?
No.
Oh, come on. Yeah, we could do one
I
more.
mean, we'll see.
I say
Depends on how fast we go through them.
I say we do this next one because this one's from 2 years ago, freshman year.
Okay.
Oh, this is a mystery.
This is a long one.
I'll say.
Sergey, do you want to talk about the case of the missing cold one money?
Oh, yeah. So, I was actually not... Well, I did... Well, to preface all of this, this was back when we were living in the Teeter dorms. Good old
Sergey and I
Teeter.
were roommates.
We were roommates. Yeah, we were the...
Jonathan
the
and I
life
were
of the party.
roommates.
Right, yeah.
No, Jonathan lived in the girls' hall.
Yes,
You
you did.
specifically requested, he's like, those guys look kind of rough. Can I sleep the gentler sex
Oh
down?
man. Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Some of those guys look like they're gonna kill me.
Oh my
Oh my god, I want to be with some
This guy's
women.
gonna beat me up.
I need some maternal instincts in my life.
Oh man, that's exactly what I said. That's what my parents wanted for me too. Jeez.
He showed up. He like took a few puffs on his inhaler. Oh my god, those kids are huge.
Yeah, that was back when you.
Okay,
that was back when Jonathan was from
Come
New
on.
Jersey.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey, come on, give me a break.
Give me a break.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm just
Quit
breaking
quit busting my balls,
I'm just
boys.
breaking your balls, alright?
Okay, really.
So,
Come on.
That's what you're scared of. You're like, those kids are gonna break my balls.
so we lived in Teeter, is what we're trying to say.
So, just to preface, we lived in Teeter, and I believe this was during Little 5 Week.
Little 500.
Yeah.
It's often called.
No.
Little 500. And what
There's
happened
nothing
was...
little about this 500.
No, nothing
we
little.
actually...
Nothing little about this guy. Boom.
Hey, that's what I was scared of. Oh no.
Yeah.
All right, we're trying to solve a mystery here.
Hey, come on.
come
I'm
on,
trying to
come
solve a
on.
mystery
I'm trying to
too.
solve a mystery too.
Give me a
alright?
break. I'm
What's wrong
walking
with
here.
this guy? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Hey, come on.
Hey,
Bada
come
bing.
Hey, mother bear.
So we actually
Mama Bear.
had a third roommate. And you might have known him because he was a guest on the
His
show
name was
before.
Gorbis.
His name was Jay Shuklo.
Jay Shootkill.
Yes, he lived
And,
in the room with us.
Yeah, and so at that point he had decided after living in our room that some of his friends were gonna come over.
Yeah, he decided on his own accord.
Yeah.
Yeah, some friends were gonna come over, and so
And they trashed the place.
Oh, it was
Absolutely
oh, gosh.
ransacked.
I'm joking.
no, they were great. They were great cast.
No, they were
It was-
awesome.
It
We're
was a
talking
lot of
toilet
fun.
paper in the trees, traffic cones on the head,
But
lampshades on the head.
they stayed for the fun and festivities, as we like to call them down here.
Yeah.
And when they left us a really nice note
Yes.
and $10.
Ooh.
Yes.
And they said, "Cold one's on us."
Cold
for
one's-
being such good hosts.
Yeah.
Which was so
Oh,
nice of
wow.
them.
It was so nice of them. And so I saw that morning, and I was like, oh, well, this is nice. And I think I was going to go off to Valentine, one of my my escapades that
Yeah,
I
you just
usually
go down to Valentine to
Just
hang
to
out.
Valentine to
Yeah.
hang out.
Shoot some pool.
Just shoot some pool in the boiler room.
Hang out with the Boilerman.
Exactly.
So once Sergey had left, I feel like this was a blunder on my part.
Maybe.
The money
What
was
a
left.
many.
The money and the note was left on my desk, just
Yes.
because my desk was kind of like near the center, near the back,
Yeah.
where they were kind of sleeping, and I was like, oh, well, this is like our collective cold one money. We're gonna go out and buy some sodas, buy some, you know what I mean, with this. So I shouldn't like keep this in my wallet or whatever. I should keep this here for everybody. I don't know why I thought that. I should have just put it in my wallet.
You just pocketed the cash.
Yeah.
Instead, you didn't
Exactly.
sit there.
Yeah,
with-
He was
So-
being too ethical in this situation.
Yeah. So what I did is I put it on top of our windowsill. It's closed, by the way. You can't open it.
Yeah, and besides,
So-
you had pretty long arms to reach up there.
I put it on the
Yeah.
windowsill because that's like a communal, ledge for people to put things.
Yeah.
So I was like, we'll put this here, and tonight we'll go and get cold ones. And this was about a couple hours after Sergey had left.
And it was like in the afternoon.
Yeah, the
mid-afternoon.
afternoon.
Yeah.
And I left because I had a group meeting. The problem is when me and Sergey returned, the cold one money was gone.
Yes.
Oh no.
Completely gone.
And we asked everybody, did you take it? Like, I was really hoping that one of you guys or Jay or someone had took it and been like, oh, like, well, let's go buy cold ones. But no one knew where it was. And the collective time, like, me and Sergey were there at the room at different times,
Yes.
but if you keep in mind, like, when we were there, this was, like, done within 2 hours
Yeah.
of us being gone.
Yeah.
So,
Because I was back very soon after because I went to Right Food Court to get some food, and then I went back to the dorm, and it wasn't there. So I thought Billy had taken it or something. But when Billy came back, it wasn't him either. Yeah.
very, very sad. We debated this actually for a long time
Yeah,
after it
we
happened.
did.
We had, like,
Oh,
a list of suspects.
Oh, that's the suspects, yes.
But
We narrowed it down to 3, I think.
yeah,
We
but
did.
I really don't think, I don't know if it was any of those people.
I like to think it wasn't, because those were people who lived on the floor with us.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. It might have been though.
I gotta be honest, I actually wasn't there that weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You
Yes,
weren't. I
I was
remember
home.
that. Yeah.
Yes.
I actually don't even remember this happening. To be
Oh
honest.
yeah, well that shows how far that's how he doesn't even remember Little Five at all.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what if I had elapsed my memory and I'm the one that took the money?
Yeah.
Maybe.
You just wandered over like a zombie. You're like,
I mean, we were like considering all options. We were like,
Yeah.
well, maybe Sergey didn't sleep for a really long time, and he like put it in his wallet without even realizing it, because
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like Sergey.
it actually, I mean, crazier things have happened.
actually,
yeah.
I don't think that's
that
what
sort of
happened.
reminds me of my solution, but a different person. I think that you actually did put it in your wallet, and you then later came up with a story that you didn't,
Oh.
and that you spent it yourself.
What? This is the
Shoot.
first time I'm hearing anything about this.
Oh yeah. Well, I was waiting for this moment to
Accusations
reveal
are
it
flying.
for all
No.
the world to hear.
Okay, that's not.
You saw this money, you were like, oh, I should put this in my wallet for spare keeping for when we buy cold ones. You're like, wait, I could buy infinite cold ones for myself for this money.
No,
Then you
that's
pocket
not
the
what
cash.
happened.
No,
at
in all
all.
honesty, I don't think that's happened. I think a much more likely solution than and somebody stole it is there was probably a ghost living in the tree. Like a ghost of some sort of ape back when this was sort of like a
Oh,
tropical
yeah.
climate.
Yeah.
And the first settlers to Bloomington came out and chopped down the tree, and the poor ape was crushed as it fell down.
Oh god.
And now
So many things getting crushed.
the ghost of this ape sort of hangs out in this tree, and
It grabs
Which is
any symbol
yeah.
of human
Yeah.
capitalism.
any symbol of any symbol of the colonizers. It sees George Washington's
Oh, man.
face.
Shoot. I was
Or,
wondering
I
where
guess-
my Kelly pin went actually. That one
Yeah,
was
exactly.
Too.
It'd have been Alexander. No, wait. Yeah, Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
same
Alexander
thing.
Graham Bell.
Yeah. It was
Alexander Graham.
it was I think our Alexander Hamilton, our third president, and he
Yeah.
I think this monkey, since it is a ghost, reached through the glass, grabbed the money, tore it into a million pieces because it hated so much the people who killed it, and that's the end
And
of
then
the
ate
episode.
it.
And then ate it and pooped it out.
Wow.
And threw it at you later, and you thought it was pigeon.
You're right. I'm gonna be honest.
Then later when a pigeon
Oh.
pooped on Sergey, it was actually the ape
Oh
throwing
gosh.
his poop.
Oh my
I'm gonna be
goodness.
honest.
ghost ape.
I think you cracked this
Yeah.
one.
I think I did.
That
I
sounds
think
pretty good
that's
to
the
me, yeah.
solution.
Everybody knows that apes used to live all over these lands when
The Great Marshes.
yeah, the Great Marshes. Exactly.
Ooh, Great
Exactly.
Marshes. Man, I miss Marsh.
Oh, Marsh.
But anyway, so we should probably
go to some listener.
go with some
Go
listener
sleep.
questions.
That's what I thought you were gonna say.
Yeah, I
sleep.
probably should go to sleep actually. But
Thank
you,
I had a nightmare. Sorry.
thank you everyone for bringing in your mysteries. I'm glad we could get some of those solved.
Yeah.
Okay,
really?
Oh, sorry.
Whoa.
Come on, buddy.
Wait, do we have time for one more mystery or no?
It's 11:58, so I don't know. Unless you have a really quick one.
I don't have a quick one. I have a
Okay.
mystery,
We can always bring it up next week.
but it'll have to wait for next week.
Wait, really?
Ooh.
Wait, you actually have a real mystery?
No, I don't.
Oh, I got
I,
it.
mean, I have
yeah.
millions of mysteries.
Yeah.
I've
Who was
got a
my
mystery.
birth father? And all this
Oh my goodness.
Huh?
He claims to be this man named Gabriel, but you know,
Oh.
I'm nothing
okay.
like that loser. This must be a
Okay,
mistake.
really?
Okay, let's get through these
Man, I
questions.
hope he's not listening.
Yeah. Shout out to Gabe if he's listening. My father. For now.
All right. Oh, jeez. First listener
No, real
question.
quick mystery.
Okay.
Real quick
Oh,
mystery.
okay, really?
I was friends with this girl in high school, and her dad.
That's
was,
a mystery of itself. How did that happen?
Yeah, and her dad was named Furnao, like Furnao. And she always talked about, yeah, my dad Furnao was here earlier. Like, yeah, my dad Furnao was watching TV. I'm like, wow, your dad Furnao, like.
Why would you refer to him like that?
Well,
I'm
because she had two dads. I was like,
Oh.
is your dad gonna like divorce him or something? She was like, yeah,
Oh, my dad for now.
My dad Furnao. I'm like, wow, that's pretty grim. Like,
That's pretty brutal.
like you really don't think this stuff's
Shoot.
gonna last?
Yeah.
Anyways, that's it. That's it.
That is funny.
Oh,
That
okay.
is funny.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
But yeah, for now, my dad for now was watching TV. I was like, oh god. Dude, you know
For now,
something?
till
You know
it
something he
kills
doesn't? After I, kill him.
Oh, jeez.
anyways, okay, listener questions.
Harsh asks, "Is Jonathan the coldest boy?"
Well, I do have a cold right now, so I might be the
Yes,
coldest.
but he is from
moment.
Florida.
If you didn't notice, my voice sounds a little bit, you know,
He's from Florida also.
a little
which
more
is
sensual right
Land
now.
of the tropics.
which is the coldest state in the union. So I still have to.
Oh,
I have to
true,
give him
yeah.
the
The
cold.
union. Yeah.
Ooh, I would
Thank you
actually-
for your formality. Finally.
Oh yes, of course. Oh,
Chivalry really isn't dead.
bonsoir.
I would have to agree that Jonathan is the coldest boy, and it's because if you ever.
But if you want to know who the coldest man is, then obviously.
That's-
Okay, really? Come on.
But I would say that because if you hear him walking around with his backpack, there's a chance you'll hear ice clinking.
Oh, that's true,
Yeah.
yeah.
Almost
Yeah,
always.
That's kind of a pet peeve of mine, but I like to have cold water, so.
You do. So.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what can I say?
Coldest
I like
boy.
cold water.
Come on. What can I say?
Next one is Ohm. He asks, "What's the coldest you've ever been?"
Ooh.
Coldest
Shoot.
I've ever been. Probably.
Emotionally?
Probably
Or-
sometime in Bloomington for me, actually.
Whoa, really?
Body
really?
temperature wise?
I would say it was my senior year of high school when I went to a speech tournament in Boston, Massachusetts. It was at Harvard
Oh,
University, and a blizzard happened,
Ooh.
and it was ridiculous. Like a blizzard, like Boston is like known
Is
for
known for
having
their
like
blizzards,
ridiculously
yeah.
cold. It was one of the coldest blizzards for them.
Mm-hmm.
So like it was ridiculously freezing. Like I remember, like it was awful. So that would probably be the coldest I've ever been.
Well, I probably was when my senior year also actually. I went to Boston, Massachusetts, and I went on a date with Gretchen Kompowski. And I had to hold her freezing hands all night in the movie
Oh,
theater.
man.
All right, I almost died.
Oh, that's crazy.
Cold emotionally and
Oh, yeah.
Physically,
Yeah, I had a really cold. It was up in Wisconsin actually,
Oh, jeez.
Well, that's a cold
Yeah.
place.
Land of butter.
and I don't remember how cold. I think it was definitely below like 15, but I don't know how far actually it was.
Wow,
below.
that's pretty cold.
And that was with that wind chill, but that was a little bit too cold for me.
Were you guys' mom's hands? Do you remember your mom's hands as being like super cold?
Sometimes.
My
yeah.
mom's hands were
Really?
when I was a kid, were always, like
Not really.
so cold.
Really.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like your mom would like touch you, like, ow, that's so freezing.
Oh, man.
I
I'm sorry
can
your mom
relate
was
to
so
that.
cold to you, Clay.
Yeah, well, she also. And then when she
Sounds like
smacked
you really
me-
have some
when
parental
she smacked
issues.
me later, her hand was really.
Oh,
No,
man.
I'm just kidding. No, she was a very. She's incredibly warm inside, so it's so weird she's so cold outside.
Mhm.
But anyways, any other questions?
Well, we have a joke from I guess. Do we want to say that, or?
Oh, sure. He said, "What do you call a fancy fish?" And the answer is Sir Eel, like surreal.
Oh, the
Yeah,
mystery.
nice-
The
nice
mystery is
one,
who I
Ohm.
think that's funny.
Hey, he's a very
Thank you, Ohm.
loyal listener. Thank you for listening.
Thank
Yeah,
you. Ohm.
thank you. And
Yeah,
thank you to
and
everyone else.
We were gone for this week, but we can't wait to be back next week.
Well, we have one more question from Braden.
Oh.
Oh, Braden.
I don't really know what the reference is to. Maybe you guys will know. It says, "Who/what is your favorite cryptid?" And then he says, "Mine is the Fresno Nightcrawlers."
Oh.
Do you get this, Clay?
Yeah, cryptid is like an animal that is disputed whether it's real, like Bigfoot, the Yeti, the
Oh.
El Chupacabra.
Oh, okay.
My favorite is Mothman, who is supposedly this giant moth-like creature who lives in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Because one time, me and my brother were driving through Point Pleasant, West Virginia, and they literally have a statue for him in the middle of the town square. It's
Oh,
really
goodness.
weird.
Oh wow, that's actually
That's pretty
I think
interesting.
that's kind of cool. Like, they love this scary moth creature. So
Wow,
That's
my
awesome.
Sweet.
core team actually thought I was the Mothman.
Wait, what?
Yeah, long
Really?
story. Yes.
that's a whole nother story.
Wow,
Next
yeah.
week, yeah.
We'll get to that next week. Mothman,
You guys have favorite
we.
cryptids?
I don't know if
Uh,
I'd have to think about it.
I would have to
The
think
Loch
about
Ness Monster is a cool one.
Loch Ness
That's
is
pretty
cool.
sweet.
I went
Good
to
old
Loch
Nessie.
Ness, I went to the Loch Ness Monster Museum in Scotland, and my little sister got really scared.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
One of the rooms was really scary.
I like the Sasquatch. I don't know if that's my favorite, but I think.
Oh,
That's
come
a
on.
classic.
Pretty entry level.
Hey, come on, man. I think he could be real.
Ooh, I do like the Abominable Snowman, but
Oh, yeah.
he's pretty
That's
cool.
the
That
Sasquatch
is a
with,
cool one.
During winter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sasquatch to the north.
All
right.
right. Well, sorry for going a little bit over, guys, but hey,
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 we
that's
started
just how
like-
it be sometimes,
Yeah.
you know?
yeah, life is full of endless possibilities and mysteries.
mysteries
And
as
if
well.
we we knew we were gonna go over,
Then
you know,
That it would be boring.
it wouldn't be a mystery.
yes,
That's right.
I don't know. It's not really a mystery.
So thank you for listening. We love you.
And we'll be back next week with another episode.
we
we
wish
will.
you sweet dreams, and we wish you that your life is a little bit more mysterious in a good way.
Oh.
All right.
All right.
Until next
Night.
week. Goodbye.
Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Bye.